the rest. It's how you stay in your mom game. I get it. And it's how you fuel hungry kids. Stock the fridge with Lando Frost premium lunch meat. Taste keeps them happy, protein keeps them full. That is a win-win. And a win-win is mommy gold. Oh, that's a round of applause for me, the mom.
And now at 5:30, we're tracking the investigation into a Lexington man who was found with child pornography on his laptop. We'll tell you how he was caught.
Also on WKYT this morning, new details have emerged in the ongoing battle over Lexington's Centerpoint project. We'll have a breakdown of that new information this morning.
And we're learning more about what happened when a UK student was gunned down and killed last month in Lexington.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome in. It is your Friday, and we're rolling toward the weekend, and glad you're with us. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith, and we have reached that heat level where I cannot run with my dogs right now. I can only take them on a short walk.
Yeah, well, it's the humidity, really, that has been added in the last couple of days, and that looks like that will be continuing right into Mother's Day weekend. Here's meteorologist Micah Harris.
And yes, it will. I mean, all the way through the weekend. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, we're sitting in the mid-80s. So it's not really changing that much, but I promise you this, when we get off into real summer, we'll be looking back on this and saying, man, I wish I had those 80s back, because it'll be really, really warm by then. 60 degrees in Frankfort, 59 sitting in Richmond. Mountain Parkway looks just fine. Planning out your Friday, head toward the afternoon. I only changed one thing on this graphic, and that was the 2 p.m. temperature. The rest of it is exactly the same from yesterday. You just don't have to change this weather because it's not changed that much. 86 degrees for a high. We will have a slight chance of rain by the afternoon, and that's it. And look, you're going to have that for Saturday. Sunday, it looks a little better there for the rain chances, and I'll show you how much better coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then. Here's the latest news.
Yeah, new this morning, we were tracking the investigation into a rather disturbing case in Lexington. A man has been arrested on charges of having child pornography.
Officers tell us they found the images on the man's laptop and in his home last month. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from District Court this morning with the latest details on that case. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Police say that a technician found the child pornography on 60-year-old Larry Blanken's computer after he dropped it off at a repair shop. That led officers to search his home, where investigators say once again they found even more child pornography. According to an arrest warrant, the computer repair store alerted police that they found the child pornography on a customer's computer. Officers tell us that the disturbing discovery was made by the technician who was working on the computer. An arrest warrant states that the technician found multiple images and a document that was sexual in nature. The warrant describes that document as a narrative that appears to relate to having sex with a 10-year-old girl. Police tell us that when they went through Larry Blanken's computer, they found 4 files containing matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor. We've learned from court papers that investigators also obtained a search warrant last month to search Blanken's house on Larkin Road. Once inside, the warrant says officers found even more child pornography. Blanken is being held on a $20,000 bond on 4 counts of possessing matter that portrays a sexual performance by a minor. He will be arraigned later today. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And also this morning we are tracking the search for 2 men who police say beat up a woman and also robbed a man in Lexington. This happened just before 11 last night on the 1900 block of Cambridge Drive. Police say a man was getting out of his car when 2 men came up to him. One beat him up, and then they ran off with his wallet. Police say the man was not badly injured and did not want to go to the hospital. After demands from Lexington city leaders and threats of legal action from the developer, there appears to be some compromise this morning on Centerpoint in downtown Lexington. A third party could be showing some interest in the project. WKYT's Hillary Thornton joins us live from near the project site with the latest. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning. That's right. The giant hole behind me is the source of those heated exchanges between the city and developer in recent weeks. However, the city is now delaying their action after a demand for restoration of the site with that possible compromise in the works. Late last night, city officials released a statement saying that an interested private development partner has asked for some time to explore whether or not the project in the heart of downtown Lexington is right for them. City leaders say while the third party has not made a firm decision, officials do have confidence in the group's financial ability to develop a project of this magnitude. In order to give the group, which has asked to remain unnamed for now, adequate time to explore the project, the city is delaying action that would require the developers to either restore the site or provide $4.4 million to fill and restore the downtown block. In their statement, city leaders acknowledge that their patience is wearing thin, but also that everyone agrees this is an important development for the community. Now, officials say that potential third-party partner has 90 days to make a decision, and they also say that last night's statement is the last from both the city and developer until that decision is made. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, Hillary, thank you. We'll see where it goes. Lexington police have released new details about what they think happened the night a UK student was murdered. Detectives testified during a hearing for two of the suspects in the case, Efrain Diaz and Justin Smith. Those two, along with a 17-year-old, are charged with murder and robbery. Police say last month the three were driving around Lexington planning to rob someone. They say they spotted Jonathan Kruger and his friend Aaron Gillette on East Maxwell and robbed them at gunpoint. As the two victims handed over their valuables, police say the suspects demanded more.
It was at this point that Mr. Gillette and Mr. Kruger attempted to defend themselves against the two suspects. And during their defense, Mr. Kruger was shot multiple times as Mr. Gillette was able to flee.
Kruger later died, and police say Diaz and Smith both blamed the 17-year-old for shooting Kruger. The judge sent the case on to the grand jury.
Well, new this morning, Harrodsburg police officers caught two men they say were responsible for burglarizing a home. Yesterday, they went to English Avenue for a report of a burglary and later caught Timothy Sterner Jr. at a home on Cardwell Avenue. He's charged with burglary and possession of drug paraphernalia. Another man, Joshua Sterner, was arrested after further investigation. He was charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and endangering the welfare of a minor.
Bardstown police officers say they could be close to catching two men who beat up and robbed a pizza delivery driver. The robbery happened just before 11 Tuesday night. A neighbor says he was one of the first to help out the bloodied and bruised driver. The driver told him that two men pointed out the delivery address and then attacked him when he came back to his car. The attack was so brutal that the driver had several of his teeth knocked out.
They just chose to basically be very animalistic about their robbery and assault, injure the victim.
The man was so scared by the attack, he told the manager immediately that he quit, according to the neighbor. The victim had only worked at Domino's for 4 days.
Well, investigators say a well-known Laurel County attorney's death is a suicide. Laurel County Sheriff John Root says Warren Scoville called him yesterday morning saying he planned to harm himself. The sheriff and London police say they soon found him behind the old Bullock lumber building with a gunshot wound to the head. He later died at the hospital. Scoville's friends say he will be missed.
I was shocked, totally saddened, and I've been saddened all day. And my heart has not been in any of the work I've done today.
Well, Scoville defended high-profile clients, including former state lawmaker Steve Nunn and socialite Leona Helmsley.
The time is 5:38 on WKYT. A Madison County woman is facing dozens of charges this morning after being accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a government agency. State police arrested Madison County CSEP finance officer Tamra Phelps yesterday. Officers say she stole more than $33,000. Troopers say Phelps forged the director's signature on 60 purchase orders and several reimbursement sheets. She used the money, they say, for electronics, vehicle work, and home goods. State police tell us this is an unusual case.
As long as I've been at the post here, I don't recall us ever working a case of this nature involving any kind of governmental agency.
We're told that Phelps has worked for the Madison County government there for a long time. She did not want to talk with us on camera yesterday from the Madison County Detention Center.
A suspected burglar is now in custody after relatives of the victim say they chased him down. June Gaskin says she saw someone breaking into a family member's home in Pulaski County yesterday morning, so she and her uncle chased after the burglar. They chased the suspect into neighboring Russell County. The suspect then crashed his car. Gaskin says she and her uncle held him there until police arrived.
Well, my uncle asked him why he done it, and he said for the money. But when the law looked in his wallet, he had a wad of money.
The suspected burglar was arrested. Police have not released a name. No one was injured.
The makers of Bluebell ice cream say it will be months before their products are back on store shelves. Bluebell recalled all of its products last month after investigators linked a series of listeria illnesses to them. Bluebell says cleaning and sanitizing all 4 of its production facilities, along with employee training, will take longer than first thought. And the Food and Drug Administration says inspection reports showed that Bluebell had evidence of listeria in its Oklahoma plant as far back as 2 years ago.
A man who's walking coast to coast to raise money for the Navy SEAL Foundation will make another stop in Kentucky today. This is Paul Ferrero, who just stopped in Moorhead yesterday and will travel through Owingsville and Bath County tomorrow. Ferrero started at Virginia Beach and will walk all the way out to California. He hopes to raise $100,000 for the foundation. Right now, he's made it to $10,000. Always interesting to see someone who goes coast to coast.
Yeah, easy to spot him coming through too, right?
Okay. Yeah, I like that ride.
Yeah, 5:41 the time on WKYT this morning as we check live drive traffic. And let's see what's going on out there with a peek right now at Nicholasville and Alumni, where it's quiet ahead of the crowd.
Yeah, but you know, some of Alumni not going to be too quiet. Starting next week, it will be closed completely. A section of that between Nicholasville Road and Tates Creek, that's through the summer. Detours on Cooper Drive, the area we're talking about pretty much between the Arboretum and Commonwealth Stadium, where they've already been doing some construction work. So they're shutting down to put in 2 roundabouts.
Right there on campus. You can still get into the Arboretum by way of Tates Creek.
Yep, that is
or
correct.
you can sneak around. There's a way back there on
Oh,
Belafonte
is there
as well.
a way to sneak?
Okay. Good to have you along on WKYT this morning with much more news coming up in just a moment.
Well, we've seen before and after weight loss photos, but this new series is taking a little bit of a different approach to the idea. We'll show you this woman's weight loss journey.
Yeah, we're looking at those 50s and 60s outside. Really good looking day in store, only a slight chance of rain. But what about your weekend? It's Mother's Day weekend. I'll show you what you can expect out of that and make the plans for you on weather coming up.